Another one up in the weeds here. Another healthy fella. Yeah. That's a healthy fella. Get on the trokar hook and a 3.5 inch male perch paddle tail. And these are all short here, but definitely got some weight to them. Alright, there's that fella. That's another 1.7 pounder. Up in the weeds. Just perfecting my weed technique here. Best I can. Alright. Pull this guy right out of the grass right up in here. I don't usually cast into this grass because it breaks off immediately, but I know there's fish there, so catch-22 of sorts. We know they're there. You just know you're going to deal with an aftermath. Like this. But that's alright. That's part of the fun, right? It's still flopping. So another 1.5 pound or so. Alright. That's what he left me. That's what we got. It's another 1.5 pound out of the grass up here. I'm going to tend to fixing this up a little bit. Get him back in the water. There he goes. Swim free, little fella. Sorry to mess up your morning. Well, he's about to thrash my paddle tail. Thrashed. You know the deal. A ceremonial pickerel. I always got to have a couple of those in every one of my videos. At least when you're fishing up here in Maine. Hate them, but it's a fish. Fish is a fish, right? Little fella. Alright, there's that little itty bitty pickerel. Honorable mention. We'll mention him because he just rode my paddle tail, so then he gets mentioned. Alright, I was just getting ready to head to a different spot to try to get out of the wind a little bit here. Picked off another good size one here. So just switching out colors again, and colors and locations and stuff, just to try to keep them on their toes. Again, that's the Locket lures, the green swimming minnow thingy. Yeah, it's another good 1.5 pound. Alright, there's that fella. Probably another 1.75 pounds. Decent fella. I'm going to go head to a different spot and try to get out of the wind a little bit here. Alright, so we're at our new spot here, a little bit out of the wind. Yeah. Nice one. You can tell these fish are not caught all that frequently here, I think. They fight like crazy. This is a very secluded spot here. As you saw from my time-lapse intro paddling in. That's a nice one. That's a 2-pounder. Maybe a little more. 2.25 pounds. That's a good one. That's the first one over 2, so 2.25. Nice little spot here. Kind of got out of the wind a little bit. It was getting a little windy on the other area over there, so figured I'd use that opportunity as a time to skedaddle. And that's on the locket lures swimming minnow. Well, this fish, even though I was sitting right here, he just popped up to get a little snack. So I just threw it right on top of his head, more or less. And he attacked it. Another nice fella. Wonder if it's the same one. No, smaller. Smaller than the last one. Alright, trying to block the sun. I can tell by my shadow. It is right behind me here. So, there's that one. Another nice little fellow. It bit me. I'm sitting there looking at him, and he still bit it. Go figure. Alright. I was aiming at this cover over here. Let me back myself up here. I'm kind of got the wind at my back. I was aiming at the cover here, this tree. Oh, he came off. Berkley Choppo. I was just doing some open water as I was coming across the pond. I was coming from that side over to here. And this guy hit it. There he goes. Well, this guy's pulling hard into the weeds. I don't know if he stayed on or not. Can't tell. No, it feels. I still feel a head shake. Still feel a head shake. Still feel it. Yeah. Well, other than I wrap myself on my line, let's get that out. There we go. Alright, there we go. Another one from the lily pads over here. This is that lily pad area that where I started this morning. So again, shorter, but definitely solid.